World War III update. Iran wants complete control of the Strait of Hormuz. I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to the Most High Yahawah and His only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus. I say ignorantly because ignorantly means to not know, meaning that the English alphabet and the English letter J did not exist 2,000 years ago. So you must study to show yourself to be approved. Secondly, sing honors to the elect, peace and blessings to the 1/3 of Israel, which mainly consists of women and children and token men. With that being said, I truly pray y'all be edified and fed with this lesson. I'm going to get right into it. Article says the U.S. can't win with force in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran must be offered a realistic incentive to settle. Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen, this is KJV, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahawah the Lord, keep not silent, and give him no rest till he establish and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. The word Israel is synonymous with a lot of words. When I say Israel, I'm talking about the people. Israel, also known as Jerusalem, also known as Zion, all right, also known as Jezreel, all right, also known as the only begotten. The Lord even said that the whole nation of Israel knows the only begotten. All right, so just understand that. So let's get into this war. Okay, let's get into the war that's happening, which is also biblical war. All right, and I'm going to prove that really quick. Give me a second. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. Verse 14. Sorry. I was thinking about KJV or NLT. I'm going to read KJV. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. In the NLT, it says the second terror is past, but look, the third terror is coming quickly. If you know anything about secular history, you have World War One, World War II, and right now, as we're living in present day, 2026, we are literally in World War III. Whether you like it, accept it, believe it or not. And I saw an article where it says that America is going to invade Iran. Well, that's going to be the beginning of the end. Remember, Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of the following. Who is Esau? Esau is biblically, they are the so-called white man, woman, and children today. Those who claim to be Caucasians over here on paper in America. Oh, I'm not Caucasian. I'm Russian. You're still European. All right, you're still an Edomite. All right, and nonetheless, so let's get into it. Right. So this is a screenshot, and whatever you see green, I try my best. Whatever you see green highlighted, that's Iran. Red will be United States, and another still, I also have purple being like the other nations that's involved in this matter. Let me get right to it. I don't want to hold y'all too long. Iranian attacks on Gulf vessels trying to transit via Omani sovereign waters have once again pulled the region into a tit-for-tat spiral of escalation. The U.S. responded by canceling the waiver permitting Iranian oil exports. In other words, you can freely export or sell your oil. But now we've taken that waiver off. So now we're going to tax you or you can't do it. That's how they do it. All right. See why I'm reading that? 2 nights of punitive airstrikes by the U.S. Air Force against targets across southern Iran followed. Iran answered with ballistic missile and drone attacks on U.S. installations in Bahrain and Kuwait. I almost said earlier today, but I mean yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Last night, a brother had uploaded a video that said something to the extent of Iran, United States attack 80 something Iran sites or something, and Iran attacked 84 something United States sites or installations. That's literally the tit for tat that they're talking about in this article, right? Like I said, so I'm gonna keep going. The reluctance of both Iran and the Trump administration is return to full-scale war has not changed, but the boundaries of acceptable violence under the ceasefire are unacceptable for the Gulf states who want to return to business as usual. So the Gulf states, those neighboring states or countries in the Gulf or the Strait of Hormuz, pretty much saying that what America's doing with Iran is causing them to lose money, their business. All right, it's affecting their business as usual. Because the Strait of Hormuz is synonymous. I'm gonna say not synonymous. Let me say this. You can correlate the Strait of Hormuz being as significant as the Panama Canal, where a lot of Israelites died. The Panama Canal connects the Gulf of Mexico with the Indian Ocean. So rather than like Australia, China, Mongolia, Japan, all those countries over there in the east, rather than them shipping their products all the way to the west via going through the west and all that, no, we have a canal right here in Panama you can ship your products to as well in the Gulf. That's how significant the Strait of Hormuz the Strait of Hormuz is, because rather than you having to go east or west, because remember, what is the Middle East? Where Iran, Israel, all that is. Look at a flat map, people. That's where majority of the global economic commercing goes through. This is a very pivotal point right now in the world's global economic upbringing, right? Let's get to it. Where the red is, Washington is not helpful in this standoff, as its desperate attempts to force what's Esau's blessing? The sword and the fatness of the earth. So they will use their military, right, and claim that the earth is theirs, because in their mind the Lord put his spirit on them to say, yo, I'm going to use my sword to gather and gain the earth, because the Lord put it in their mind to say that it's theirs. So even in their mind, they think that Iran, what you doing, hey, the Strait of Hormuz is ours. No. People, the Iranians are the ancient Persians. Don't get it twisted. Watch the movie 300. Don't get it twisted. All right? Same spirits there. Washington is not helpful in this standoff, as its desperate attempts to force the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps of the Strait of Hormuz by coercion alone with not work. Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Think about the word Marine Corps. They're equivalent to like the America's Marines. I'm not gonna even bullshit. The Marines and the Navy are something different. They're a whole different breed of the military. But Marines, yeah. Tough law. My cousin was in the Navy. Alright? But nonetheless though, my mother's stuff, not mother's stuff, damn, my stuff, my mother's husband was in the Army. But nonetheless though, under the memorandum of understanding, I'm sorry, I apologize. Punitive air power, where the red is at, punitive air power will not make the IRCG surrender a prize it treats as a strategic spoil of war. And I did a video on that not too long ago, where pretty much America has invested so much solely in invading countries with ground troops, while all the other countries have been just investing in defense and aerial strikes and marina strikes, because America's focused on invading other countries. Other countries are more focused on protecting themselves. So they've invested in protection on the bases, literally the basis, the ground zero of their countries, right? Where the people live. All right? Under the memorandum of understanding now framing the crisis, Iran has 60 days to guarantee freedom of navigation. but it will only do so on its own terms. This risks creating a situation that gives it undue influence over the way Gulf states are able to do business with the world. So Iran is like, listen here, any vessel, meaning any ship, tank that comes through here, y'all gotta pay a fee now. They didn't do that before February 28th. Remember, if I'm not mistaken, February 28th, the last day of Black History Month, right? That's when the war with Iran and the United States started. Let's again. Now today, in this article from July 10th, it says the Gulf states are able to do business with the world. They're not able to do business with the world due to the influence because of the risks that are created by the situation that's given at hand. Right? So America, you're gonna make the whore hate you're gonna make the beast hate the whore. Going back to Revelation 17. The whore that's riding on the beast is America. Understand? Oh no, this is not gonna look too good. I got it. Let me see something. I thought it wasn't gonna go away, but it's not. Okay. The way out is not more firepower from either side, but this is a bargain. I'm at the very top. The United States, remember, the green would be Iran, the red would be America, and the purple would be other states, other nations. But this is a bargain the Gulf states themselves must broker to convince Iran that restraint pays in the form of sanctions, relief, unfrozen assets, and a return to global markets. The Gulf's task is to make the IRGC's own interest points towards open passage. So in other words, America, you throwing fire, Iran throwing fire, but everybody around the way is like, hey, Iran, I know you beefing with America, but is there any way that we can possibly have it to where we can let people come through without paying? Iran, like, listen here, we're not going to our pre-war, our pre-2026 war with America. We're not going back to them same standards. Everybody was freely able to come through. Guess what? Now we want money. Qatar and Oman is like, hey, hold on, wait a minute. Because if you do that now, we're going to have to pay it. It's going to fuck up everything globally. Like I'm saying, so you got to understand what's really going on right now. Iran, like, we ain't backing down. In 60 days, y'all going to have to pay up. Yesterday's price and today's price is what's really happening. All right. For Iran, I'm reading an article now. For Iran, the war over Hormuz is now read it again. For Iran, war over Hormuz is now not just about money, but authority and prestige. It wants recognition as the legitimate master of the Strait, a status neither Washington nor the Gulf can afford to grant. So the Gulf must invest in its own diplomatic and coordinating capacity, led by Qatar and Oman, to retain strategic autonomy and sovereignty. Sovereignty means that I'm a country that can be sustained on its own. We don't need help or aid. As neither Europe nor America will come to its aid. Right. So Qatar and Oman have to come to an agreement or to an understanding. But that right there is going to result in what? That's going to result in them trying to tell Iran, listen here, we got people that come through our ways that, if they have to pay extra, you gonna have it's so many different variables here, man. So let me just keep reading. I don't want to keep out too long. Let me get to the point. So the Gulf must invest in its own diplomatic and coordinating capacity, led by Qatar and Oman, to retain strategic autonomy and sovereignty, as neither Europe nor America will come to its aid. The Iranian attacks are not random pressure. Oman has tried to open a southern corridor in the sovereign waters close to its coastline to provide an alternative passage that will loosen Iran's grip on the Strait. Check this out. The IRGC, the Iranian Guards Corps, answered by attacking vessels transiting that corridor to mark a clear red line. So even though you have an alternative route, we said, fuck that, we still gonna attack them. God dang, y'all, come on, man. America, you putting a lot of pressure on the rest of the world, right? So I'm gonna close out with a quick precept just to go to show you that everything that's happening right now, you know, the Most High dealing with it. This is Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. I'm gonna read NLT version though. Don't y'all ever disrespect me like that. You knew where I was at. Yahawah is a warrior. Yahawah is his name. Not Yahweh, Yahawah. That's NLT. In the KJV it says, the Lord is a man of war. Yahawah is his name. So every war that has transpired on earth, the Lord was the reason for it. So that's why we're gonna stay on our watch to see what's going on between Iran, America, Oman, and Qatar, because they're not backing down. They're not backing down. So with that being said, I truly pray y'all edify and fed, stay in the spirit, don't fear it, just endure it. Ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent. Allah, Shalom.